Hello everyone, I'm Isaac or WSWTAG Lego, and today we'll be looking at my Helicarrier MOC. Now believe it or not, I did build this before WSWTAG's Chibi Helicarrier, and even before the system scale Helicarrier was revealed. The reason this video has been so delayed is because I didn't have the amount of parts to complete it, so there are a few things missing. But even without those parts, it's still a really great design, and it's actually very unique compared to other Helicarrier builds, so I can't wait to show you this. Let's check it out. One of my biggest regrets when building this model is the fact that I didn't do enough research. A lot of the underside and interior is not very accurate, but that doesn't mean I didn't do a lot of pre-planning. In fact, one of the coolest features on this build, the spinning rotors, would not have been possible without pre-planning. You'll notice right now I have it on a very simple black base with some of the main Avengers on there. This build was inspired by Lego's original Helicarrier set, the best Helicarrier build I've ever seen. I knew I didn't have enough pieces to make it full size, but I wanted to make it as detailed as Lego's, so a lot of the design features have been transferred over to mine. But my build is certainly a lot shorter and a lot more chibi, similar to WSWTAG's build. The main pieces that I wish I wasn't missing are these quarter circle tile pieces. These rotors on this side are completely ringed in them, but the ones on this side are missing those tiles. I really only need 6 more to complete those. I had been planning on buying more for this video, but it was delayed so much that I just decided to get it over with. So sorry I'm missing those pieces. One of the first things I made sure of when building this is that the rotors are all connected to one central crank right here underneath the engines. That took a lot of experimentation and engineering to make all the gears on the inside fit together properly. But let me just demonstrate the function. Here we go, I'll spin the rotor and you'll see all 4 fan blades do rotate. It works very well. There's not a lot of friction when spinning the crank, and that looks really good. Another one of my favorite features was one where I didn't have any reference to the interior, and so I simply had to design my own interior. Instead of a minifigure scale interior, I went with the micro scale, and underneath inside this section is a hangar bay in micro scale for a small jet, and you notice it has some micro scale doors back there, and so that can be accessed by removing part of the runway above or by hinging down this lower plate. So that's a really cool interior function. The other one that was a lot of fun made use of the extra space inside the hull here. By unfolding this panel, you can get to another hangar bay, and there's an identical panel on the other side. Inside we have another hangar with a control viewing area up above the doors, as well as some more doors and windows on that side. I simply used a lot of different types of bricks to make it look very reasonable, as if microfigures would actually be placed in there. And of course, you can put plenty of jets and Quinjets into that hangar. The panels just fold up and you don't even notice that they're there. One of the hardest parts when building a helicarrier is this platform up here. Its odd shape makes it really hard to design because it has to be at an angle, it has to fit around this cockpit area, and it also has to proportionally match up with all of the rest of the build. This angle has to come down right to here, this angle has to come across right there, and all that. And so that took a lot of trial and error to figure out. The engines on the back aren't anything special. They're also not quite accurate, as the engines on the true helicarrier are angled out more, they're not as straight, but they do their job pretty well. And I think that's it. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.